I talk about health dreams all the time, and most people are uninterested in health dreams because they don't actually have the conditions that I say the dreams are warning them about. But when they get them, and that's happened to many people, I've been doing this for 30 years, many people write to me all the time and say, I wish I listened to you when you told me first. Well, here we have Dave. Dave was hoping to have a dream that would say why he is getting the physical conditions that he currently is getting, and if there's something he can do about them. And this dream shows him, yes, there are 3 things you can do to help your health. And it's more than just health, it's to help his life. Keep listening to find out. Dave's dream is called Journey of Curiosity. He says, I was traveling with 3 people, a mom and 2 kids. So great, straight away, the culprit is in the dream. The culprit is mom. And this is always true. Even if mom does nothing else in the dream, she just shows up at the start and she's done, it's still going to be mom. The same will be true if it was dad. We put them in there. So I'm traveling with 3 people, a mom and 2 kids. So this says that as you go through your life, and he calls it Journey of Curiosity, as you go through your life, you are dragging your childhood and influences of mom with you. So you may as well be a whole team of people. Although team sounds positive, this is negative. The boat appeared to be wooden. It was about 15 feet long and maybe 3 feet wide at its widest point. So we know the elimination system is immediately brought into the dream because he says it's a wooden boat. He's an engineer, so going to ignore his precision. Any dream Dave ever gives me, you could build a model replica of whatever's in the dream by the descriptions he's able to give it. Anyway, he says it was tapered, canoe-like, but didn't look or feel tippy. The children were kneeling and the mother standing straight up. They were white children, 10 to 13. Girl, the larger, older of the 2. Mom could have been mid-40s. So we'll ignore the mom part. I never asked him what age his mom was when he was born. My mom was in her 40s when I was born, so I know it's possible. But 10 to 13, they're the ages that Dave has to look at. So he's got to heal something around those ages, heal stuff around mom. He says they all appear to be in good physical shape and calm. Good, because he wants to be in good physical shape and he wants to be calm, but he's not. He's very stressed. So he's got to deal with the sources of stress in his life, which are causing the physical problems that show up in his dreams and in his body, in his elimination system, and also in his brain. We will see that later on. The mother seemed to be protecting them, not from any particular or immediate threat. It was just clear she was guarding over them. Obviously, it's not about his mom being around and guarding him today, so it can't be that. It is about him guarding himself because of mom's influence. That's how dreams work. She may at one point have had her hands on their heads for their comfort. So again, the head is part of the issue here. And we see this all the time when dreams are about the need to get into your female side, work on issues there and open your heart more. The head is always pointed out as an obstacle because the person is very intellectual, and this guy is an absolute brain box, genius thinker. And the dream is saying, look, this is one of your issues. You need to get out of that way of operating and listen to your heart and your emotions, because that's part of the problem. It almost had the feeling of a painting. Oh, how lovely. They were on a calm, slow-moving river, probably 20 feet wide. So again, it's all about being calm. The dreamer isn't calm. Why isn't he calm? Because of influences of mom. I couldn't see how deep it was, but it felt about 10 feet deep. Everything around them was pitch black like the darkest night, but I could see the people and the boat well enough like it was twilight. So when it comes to understanding the issues, the dreamer can't see anything. Like everything's black. But he can see this, so he has memory of this time in his life, but doesn't see how that impacts and ripples out to affect the other things in his life. The surface of the water undulated gently and would flash as though illuminated by moonlight, but there was no evidence of any light source anywhere. So the dreamer has a strong intuition. Intuition works through female energy, and we see that in the dream here. The water was impossibly black, like a black mirror. We did black on the show last week. So this is about karma. Karma is negativity reflecting on itself, with the black being about negativity. The blackness around the boat seemed like a void, but not empty. It had presence. Not at all scary, calm. Do you get this? How many times does he say calm? This is what he needs, calm in his life. It was like they either knew where they were going or weren't worried or anxious about it. Now, that means he is worried and anxious. He's the opposite of calm. I was watching all of this dream as though I were on the left bank from my perspective, 20 feet or so in front of them. They were in the middle of the river. So all these 20s say he's a channel. He can also channel. Does he do that? Does he use that in life? Absolutely not. Good God, no. He wouldn't do that. But maybe his mind is opening more and more because it needs to. They were traveling with a companion. I think it was on the left bank with me. It was a humanoid cat creature the size of a 15-year-old boy. So this is another age that he needs to look at when he was a 15-year-old boy. It was solid, bright and shiny gold, but gold like 24 karat, not gold plated. Gold, everything gold, eyes, teeth, everything. So he's a clairvoyant channel. That's why we see the eyes here. And everything gold says he's also a spiritual healer, a hands-on healer. So getting into that gift would really help him enormously. He should be doing it, So the dream is intending to heal his digestive system because we have a cat, which is often about the digestive system, and is for him because we had the wooden stuff already show up, and uses spiritual healing ability and clairvoyance as well. It was lithe and muscular, but not bulky muscular. So muscular is another symbol. A powerful cat is also another symbol for healing. So healing is emphasized. It wasn't wearing clothes, but it felt like a mid-teen male, of course. So only in a dream, we're talking about a cat, but really we're talking about a mid-teen male. So that's him as a mid-teen. That's when he needs to look at, work on the issues from there. It definitely seemed to be with them and they acknowledged it. They knew it was there. Unlike the people in the boat, it was very close to my vantage point, almost face to face. So this is what he has to deal with. Whatever's closest to you and right in front of you, you have to deal with. So he's got to get into his spiritual side. The whole scene was completely quiet and calm, but it did not feel cold. You couldn't say calm more often. And of course it is cold. Cold in this context means emotionally cold. I don't share myself. I'm not open. Why would I? I only need to share intellectual stuff. Why would you want to know how I feel? Heck, I don't even want to know how I feel. That's how uninterested in feelings Dave is. But he needs to get interested and needs to fix this issue. The most active creature was the cat, but it didn't make any extra movement. At one point, they go into a tunnel. The tunnel is a concrete hemicircle of concrete or smooth stone. So this is the brain, because you got concrete above him, and it's circular. Walls seem slightly moist looking, and the scene seems to be illuminated from the front and back, but mostly backlit. Once again, no evidence of any light source. My vantage point does not change, but as the water is edge to edge, the creature is walking in a long, crouched stance on the ceiling. So the ceiling is also about the brain. We have this healing cat up there, so it's saying it's healing for the brain there. The people are in the same posture, children kneeling and a woman standing. So this is what you're dragging around with you. The influences from mom, from your childhood, and you got to start healing that. You got to cut the ties with mom. Absolutely. That's what you have to do. And then you got to get into using your healing gift, because it's going to help heal your digestive system, your elimination system, that is. And that's going to help you because the dream is connecting issues with the elimination system, toxins there that are getting into your bloodstream and targeted at your brain. And so healing that, which is what the cat up on the ceiling is about, is what you want. So I would take a 3-pronged approach. Watch your diet, watch what you eat, cut the ties with mom, and then get into using your spiritual healing gift and your clairvoyance. Like, get into your spiritual side. That is going to help you enormously. You did it. You just listened to a clip from the Dream Interpretation podcast. Please like, subscribe, and share with your friends. If you want to listen to the full episode, go to the dreaminterpretationpodcast.com, where you can also find all past episodes and how to submit your dream to the show. Thank you for listening.